Runza in Milford, Nebraska, just off Highway 6, a little bit west of Lincoln. And Milford is so far the smallest town to have a Runza that I've been in, with just over 2,000 people according to the sign I passed on the way in. Now this Runza behind me doesn't have to worry about dining rooms being closed for COVID-19 because they don't have one. Yep, that's right. And honestly, this Runza is one of the newest ones in the state. Also looks a lot like a Scooter's from the outside, but it's got all the same food that I've come to expect from a Runza, and they've got a nice outdoor seating area and a walk-up window, so I'm gonna have to try that out. Now, since this place does look a little bit like a Scooter's, I feel like it's only proper to get some sort of drink. In fact, I think I might try one of their shakes. I haven't had one of those yet, but I've heard they're pretty good, so we'll see how that vanilla shake ends up tasting. So for this review, I'm not sitting in the back of the car because they got a nice outdoor seating area. Even got like little succulents on the table, so really we're eating good here today. First of all, we've got the shake. This is a regular sized vanilla shake, and it coming in at $2.29. This is a pretty solid price in terms of the calories per dollars ratio. Again, it's shake calories, not maybe the best thing ever, but pretty solid. Now they gave me a straw. I don't know, I mean, I'm assuming because it's served like this with a typical straw that you might, drink a soft drink or water out of. I figure with a straw like this, it's probably not gonna be too thick, but we're gonna try it and find out. So yeah, the vanilla shake is pretty good. It's almost exactly what I expected. It kind of tastes like you're just drinking cold but melted ice cream, really. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. Ice cream's great. I love vanilla ice cream, and now you're just getting to drink it with a straw, basically. No mess, and that's another big thing. One of my other concerns about the ice cream here was always that it was such a mess, and that's totally my fault because I'd always order it when it was over 90 degrees, and now it's like 70 right now. I probably should have got the actual ice cream this time, but no, this shake is really pretty good. Yeah, you definitely can taste the vanilla. There's nothing special here, and I guess that's probably why they can get away with this thin straw, is that unlike a lot of other shakes that might have chunks of something in this, nope, this is just smooth, creamy ice cream that seems to be in a liquid form, is really the best way I can describe it. I think this would go really well with a lot of their other burgers or Runzas, or especially on a hot summer day, get a shake and a Runza. Interestingly enough, of everyone I've interviewed so far, no one has said that the shake is their favorite Runza menu item. No one's really mentioned that, but I'm kind of surprised after drinking this that more people haven't mentioned that, because I think this would go really well with a lot of their menu items, and definitely something that you should try out. Overall, I gotta say that this Runza, despite saying it looked like Scooter's and is probably about the same size as a Scooter's coffee place, way, way, way better than that. Because first of all, where are you gonna find a drink under $3 at Scooter's? Second of all, where are you gonna find a nice outdoor eating area like this? And third, you're not gonna be getting Runzas or onion rings or their awesome burgers at Scooter's. So really, I don't even know why. I mean, Runza could just put Scooter's out of business, just put these everywhere, and that's a great thing. Get this on your way. Get morning coffee, skip the morning coffee, get the morning shake. Nothing wrong with that. And also for people like me who still have yet to develop that taste for coffee, like, yeah, make shakes in the morning normalized. I mean, we practically are doing that already with all the, whipped cream, extra sugar, shots, whatever, in your coffee. So yeah, sure, let's drink ice cream for breakfast. This is great. This vanilla shake, again, it's vanilla, and it is a basic vanilla. There's nothing blowing me away about this shake, so this is probably a 7 out of 10. But the location experience, man, this is another top 10 location. So Seward County, man, there are 2 locations up in Seward, now here in Milford, absolutely killing it. Gotta say, the #1 county for Runzas that I've been in so far. If you want a good shake, go to Runza, get some other stuff with it, and the Runza in Milford, a great option. Really any Runza with a shake like this, probably gonna be pretty good, but yeah, no complaints here. Get yourself a shake, and thanks again, Runza. You've done it like you always have. Well, thanks for watching that Runza review of the Milford Runza. And for my interview in this episode, I headed down to City Hall, in fact, a brand new City Hall in Milford, to talk with the deputy clerk. So here's how that interview went.
What I enjoy about living in Milford is it's a small community. Everyone cares about each other, and there's not a lot of traffic and a lot of no crime, very little crime. It's very wholesome and down-to-earth community. I think probably growth, the ability to grow and have new businesses come to town. We are kind of limited on the areas that we can build new businesses. We have a railroad, and then we have a river that kind of cuts off the size of our community. It's the available ground as far as having businesses come to town. Not too much, not in this area too much, because we are a very small community and we only have about 13, 14 employees as far as with the city of Milford. That includes our maintenance department and our library and our senior center, as well as the city office here with the police department. This is a new building. We just moved into this building with the city clerk, the police department, and myself, the receptionist area. Just moved into this building in about February or March. It was right when the COVID happened to us. And so we were open, but we were unable to have our grand opening because of the COVID. So we still have not had the grand opening where citizens can come in and take a tour of the building. But this is a new building. Previously, we were in a temporary headquarters at Webermeyer Library. Before, the ground here was I believe it was a vacant lot, and they had to do tree removal and such like that before they could purchase the land. The previous building, or the previous city office, was about a block or block and a half west of our current location on the south side, and it was becoming very dilapidated and filled with mold and things like that, so they had to build a new building. I think possibly the ability to apply for grants, and grants that would increase where we could have housing development, to also increase like a aquatic center. We do have a rest home that has gone out of business that is in an ideal location between the elementary school and the high school. And if that could, if we could find a way to purchase that land and put in an aquatic center, something for the young people to stay in town, a bowling alley or indoor, something like that for growth is what we need. And we need additional housing since we do have Southeast Community College here, we need additional apartments or housing for people after they graduate, if they want to stay in the community, to move into. Housing is very hard to come by. I have not. I have driven by several times, but I've not been to the local Runza since it's open, because actually since the COVID hit, I do not eat out at restaurants and do not take out or anything. I eat more at home, or prepare my meals at home. So unfortunately, I have not been to the Runza.
Now, I do want to mention that Susie Huber is actually the only person I've interviewed about Runzas that has not immediately had a favorite menu item, because she has not been to the Runza in Milford. Now, I also want to point out that I am also taking the coronavirus very seriously. I know it seems a little bit strange that, yes, I am still traveling a lot, but I want to make sure that you understand I'm not going and dine in. Obviously, the reviews are all done outside of the restaurant. Occasionally, I'll go in for takeout if the drive-through is super long. But for the most part, these interactions are less than 30 seconds. And of course, I'm always wearing a mask, even at sometimes going through the drive-through window. So I'm taking this very seriously. I know I'm traveling a lot, but these travels, I'm not getting in crowds or anything like that. Earlier on, my protest coverage was probably the most in a crowd that I was, but even then, I was still outside of the main group doing the filming. So yes, I know coronavirus is still a thing, and it seems kind of wild that this is when I choose to travel, but I want to be clear that using lots of hand sanitizer, wearing masks, and not coming in contact with large crowds. So just putting that out there. And with that being said, catch me for my next episode where I'm heading to Crete, Nebraska, which was an early coronavirus hotspot, but they're getting that taken care of now, and it's a great town. So check out episode 23 for that. Thanks for watching.